Please be seated. Welcome everybody to the University of Lancashire's graduation ceremony, at which we're delighted to be celebrating the successes of our fabulous graduates. And welcome to those who are watching this online across the globe. It guarantees to be a day you'll all remember. I would like to welcome today Dr. John Baldwin, who is our Pro-Chancellor and Chair of the University Board.
Good afternoon, everyone. Very warm welcome to you all. As Chair of the University Board and Pro-Chancellor, it's a great pleasure to see everyone here this afternoon. It's an afternoon, a day of achievement and joy for you and for the family, friends and supporters that have come along with you to celebrate. You're very welcome. I'm proud to be from Lancashire, more directly, very proud of my relationship with this university. I studied here and then I worked here, admittedly a long time ago, but what I learned, the friends and connections I made, helped to shape me, gave me the underpinning confidence to believe in myself and in my ability to do many things that I'd never previously thought that I might or could do. And it's certainly true, I think, that Lancashire, this county, with all her beauty, her history, and some of the finest people that you'll ever meet, it's a great place to live, it's a great place to work, and it's a great place to study. And we're so glad that you chose us as your place of study. Thank you all for trusting us. We sincerely hope you'll stay connected, and the ways in which you can do that are in the literature that you have as part of your PICs. So this is the beginning of the next exciting chapter for you all, whether that involves more study, a new or a renewed professional opportunity, or indeed both. Whichever path you choose, we wish you every success. And talking of chapters, I was thinking last evening, how to close this kind of short introduction. And I'd not long finished Bob Mortimer's autobiography. You'll likely be aware of Bob Mortimer. Although he's a little old, well, mature, like me, he's becoming something of a national treasure. And in his book, he's got several rules for life, some of which are just plain daft and funny and worth a read. But there are some that make more serious points. And one is, I think, simple but powerful, and that is be authentic. And he's absolutely right, he's spot on. As he says in the book, you might be surprised by how much you connect with others when you are honest and authentic. Be you. So, congratulations again, the warmest of welcomes to everybody. And after you've walked across this platform, go out there and smash it. I'm now very pleased to invite our Pro-Vice-Chancellor, Professor St John Crean, to say another few words of welcome, but importantly to reflect on the significance of what you've achieved. Thank you.
Welcome to the University of Lancashire. Pro-Chancellor, honourable guests, deans, and distinguished guests, proud family and friends, and most importantly, our graduates. It is my privilege to welcome you to this wonderful occasion. Graduation at the University of Lancashire is a celebration of achievement, perseverance, and transformation. It marks not just the end of one chapter, but the beginning of another, one filled with promise, purpose, and potential. Before we begin, let me share something that defines who we are as a university. You will have heard our motto, Ex solo ad solem, as sung during the procession, which means from the earth to the sun. This is more than a phrase. The motto reflects our founding purpose to help individuals from whatever background to aspire towards knowledge and progress. It embodies education as a transformative force, enabling students to reach their full potential. It was adopted nearly 200 years ago in 1828 and has remained a guiding principle ever since. It reminds us that learning is not static. It is a journey of elevation, of striving towards the best version of ourselves. And as William Shakespeare commented, knowledge are the wings wherewith we fly to heaven. Graduation is important because it is a milestone that recognizes years of hard work, including very often late nights, early mornings, and countless moments of growth. It is a moment to pause and reflect on how far you've come and to look ahead with courage and confidence. Education is not just about knowledge, it is also about character and purpose. Never has the world needed thoughtful, principled change makers more than it does today. We live in a time of profound uncertainty, from climate change, global health challenges, through to economic instability, technological disruption, and increasing geopolitical tensions. Our world is complex and ever-changing. But in the face of these challenges, there is hope, and much of that hope resides with you as our graduates. You are entering a world not just with degrees and qualifications, but with a greater understanding of the world around you. You've learned to think critically, to question, to engage with diverse perspectives, and to act with empathy and integrity. These are not just academic skills, these are life skills, and exactly the skills the world needs. As the philosopher John Dewey once said, education is not preparation for life, education is life itself. Your time at university has prepared you not just for a job, but for a life of contribution, curiosity, and courage. Here at the University of Lancashire, we're proud of the role that we play in shaping the future. Over the past 2 years, our university has achieved remarkable success in research and innovation. 72% of our submissions to the Research Excellence Framework were adjudged to have been outstanding or have very considerable impact worldwide, reaching 68 countries and over 18 million people. This translates as the University of Lancashire being 63rd for research power, adjudged against 140 UK institutions. Our researchers are tackling real-world problems, from improving maternity care, solving crime, to advancing health technologies and supporting deaf education in India. One of our cosmology PhD students, who recently discovered the Big Ring, a second ultra-large structure in deep space, followed this up by being invited to present at the prestigious 4th Penrose Lecture at Oxford University. This is all the more remarkable when you consider that the first Penrose Lecture was given by the world-famous theoretical physicist and author of A Brief History of Time, Sir Stephen Hawking. Also, one of our archaeology team, Dr. Brenna Hassett, has just been awarded a £1 million grant from the prestigious Wellcome Trust for research entitled Tracing Diseases of Contact at the End of Human Mobility. Our experts are heard and seen on a regular basis, appearing on the TV, radio, in print media, discussing their areas of expertise, explaining their latest findings and impact, and more importantly, giving expert opinion on global activities. Dr. Megan Argo was earlier this year on BBC Breakfast helping us understand what went wrong when a Japanese moon lander named Resilience crashed during its attempted lunar landing on June the 5th. Very relevant considering our motto. We are proud of the very significant contributions we make to the supply of key workers. At this university, we educate doctors, dentists, health workers, police, veterinary surgeons, social workers, lawyers, engineers, computer scientists, and more. And few, if any of us, will go through life without being touched by several of these professions. Modern university, like ours, work with nearly 93% of NHS trusts and account for 64% of all universities delivering adult nursing, 76% of nursing students and 70% of midwifery students, alongside 78% of social work students, study at modern universities just like the University of Lancashire. We are truly a university of and for our region with national and global influence. But today is not about the university and its achievements, it's about you. You face challenges of your own. Some of you studied through a pandemic. Others have balanced work, family, and study. No doubt, most of you have faced moments of doubt, but you have persevered, and that resilience will serve you well. It is apt to reflect on the words of Roger Federer, the famous tennis player, who, when speaking at a graduation ceremony, said that not everything you try will work, not every risk will pay off, not every call will be the right one, but that's okay. Failure is not the opposite of success, it is part of it. What matters is how you respond, how you learn, how you grow. Remember that success is not about perfection, it's about persistence. Even the greatest champions face setbacks. Federer went on to ask, what percentage of the points do you think I won in my career? Only 54%, in other words. Even top-ranked tennis players barely win more than half the points they play. That means he lost nearly half the time and still became a champion and a legend. The lesson? You don't need to win every point, or indeed every interview, or every opportunity. What matters is how you respond, how you learn, and how you keep moving forward. Resilience, not perfection, is the key. So, as you step into the next phase of your journey, whether it's further study, a new job, or something entirely unexpected, know this: you are ready, you are equipped, and you are needed. We are incredibly proud of you, and we hope you are proud of us too, for the education we've provided, the community we've built, and the values we've shared. Before I close, I want to offer heartfelt thanks to all those who supported our graduates along the way, families, friends, mentors, and loved ones. Your encouragement, patience, and belief made this day possible. Let's take a moment to thank them for their love and support, for they have played an integral role in your success. Please join me in a massive round of applause for them. And to our dedicated academic staff and professional services teams, thank you. Thank you for your unwavering commitment to excellence, inclusion, and student success. And finally, to our graduates, congratulations. You've earned this moment. From all of us at the University of Lancashire, we wish you every success, every joy, and every opportunity in the future. Leave this hall with confidence, go forward with pride, go forward with purpose, and never stop learning. Thank you.
Thank you, St. John. The university is now extremely proud to confer an honorary doctorate award on Professor Liu Xiaokang. Pro-Chancellor, Professor Liu Xiaokang has contributed immensely to the fields of wireless communication and communication networks during his illustrious career, and his expertise has seen him play a pivotal role in advancing academic excellence, both nationally and internationally. In 1991, he earned his PhD in Communication and Information Systems from the Modern Communication Lab at the Beijing Institute of Technology. Since then, he has become a leading authority on the ever-changing area and made significant contributions to the advancement of communication technology through his research and publications. In his current position as a professor at the School of Information and Electronics at Beijing Institute of Technology, his research focuses on the theory and techniques of wireless communication and communication networks. Professor Liu's distinction and academic achievements have propelled the advancement of this area and has consolidated the Institute's position as a global leader in this specialised field. Through research projects supported by the National Natural Science Foundation and collaborations with industrial industry leaders like Ericsson, Professor Liu has continuously bridged theoretical innovation with real-world application. Professor Liu's leadership has also been instrumental in fostering international collaboration. As academic leader of the Joint Electronic Engineering Programme between ourselves and Beijing Institute of Technology, he has strengthened the academic ties between China and the UK. His dedication to student mentorship and curriculum development has shaped the academic and professional futures of countless students, many of whom have achieved success through the collaborative programme. He has further demonstrated excellence in education, receiving the Ministry of Education's Bilingual Teaching Demonstration Course of the Year Award and the Derwent Award for Outstanding Teachers. Pro-Chancellor, on behalf of the University Board, it is with great pleasure that I present Professor Liu Xiaokang with the Award of Honorary Doctorate from the University of Lancashire. I now call upon Professor Liu to speak to you all.
Dear Chancellor, Vice Chancellor, colleagues, distinguished guests, and most importantly, the amazing graduate class of 2025. What an incredible surprise and honor this is. When I first heard about this doctorate, I had to admit I double-checked the email to make sure it wasn't a very sophisticated piece of spam. To be welcomed into the academic family of the University of Lancashire is truly a privilege. My world is telecommunications, a field that's all about making connections. And when I look at the work being done here at the university, I see a university that does exactly the same thing, connecting ideas, connecting people to opportunities, and connecting education to the real world. It seems we have been in the same business all along, just using different tools. This honor feels less than an endpoint and more than a new, very exciting network connection. It is a connection that wouldn't be possible without the many brilliant people I've had the pleasure to work with, and my family, who had always been my strongest signal. So to the university, thank you for this recognition. I'm deeply inspired for your mission. And to all of you graduates today, a huge congratulations. You've navigated lectures, deadlines, and probably spotty Wi-Fi to get here. Now you are ready to go out and build the future. In a world that relies on being connected, the skills, creativity, and resilience you've built here are your most valuable assets. I can't wait to see the networks you create. Thank you again for this wonderful honor. I will cherish it. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Leo. Graduands, it's now the moment you've been waiting for, the presentation of your awards. You'll be guided all the way by our university ushers and will cross the stage individually once your name is read out. So please make sure you bring your named seat cards with you to the stage. Thank you.
Pro-Vice-Chancellor, on behalf of the Academic Board, I present those who have gained awards from the School of Engineering and Computing. For a thesis entitled Reduction of Energy Loss in Tilting Pad Thrust Bearings, the degree of Doctor of Philosophy is awarded to David Macmillan. For a thesis entitled Towards the Development of a Tribotronic Seal, the degree of Doctor of Philosophy is awarded to Wilbert Sanzara. For a thesis entitled An Automated Sunspot Identification and Tracking Algorithm to Investigate the Rotation of Sunspots, the degree of Doctor of Philosophy is awarded to Charlotte Proverbs. For a thesis entitled Evolution of an Active Control System for Piston Ring Lubrication, the degree of Doctor of Philosophy is awarded to Abdulrahman Yusuf. For a thesis entitled Investigation into Aluminium Anodizing Waste and its Potential Uses, a case study on BCW Treatments Limited, the degree of Master of Science by Research is awarded to Cameron Wilson. Master of Science in Project Management, Farhad Khalid Al-Ruwali. Master of Engineering with Honours in Mechanical Engineering, James Hill. Master of Science in Additive Manufacturing, Adam Anders. Mahana Krishna Darapuneni. Fabio Lamage. Michael Laws. Jane Lipolis. Max Strauss. Master of Science in Applied Data Science, Cheyenne Cabashio David Avon. Fawa Khan Shaheen. Master of Science in Building Conservation and Adaptation, Cassandra Case. Alexandra Fishpool. Lily Hughes. Gemma Humphrey. Jasmine Ryder. Anna Standring. Master of Science in Computing, Ayesha Tabassum. Siva Sai Gavaraju. Jashandeep Kaur. Mandeep Kaur. Ria Ann Abraham. Likith Kumar Adepali. Rohit Gajakuntala. Jacob Lawson. Nyanda Gargi. Sunil Metu. Aja Purushottanam. Ali Raza. Master of Science in Construction Project Management, Saina Abdul Salam. Faninder Cherukupali. Mohammed Kaiser Khan. Jabir Kola Kandi. Venkatesh Kuna. Sohal Lal. Master of Science in Cybersecurity, Divakar Kannan. Deep Haresh Kumar Joshi. Anwil Pawn. Kazal Salehi. Master of Science in Electrical and Electronic Engineering, Mohammed Umar Ayub. Master of Science in Facilities Management, Mohammed Hard. Abu Harira Javed. Shahbaz Khan. Faisal Mahmood. Mohammed Uzair. Mohammed Uzair. Master of Science in Fire Safety Engineering, Jadu Krishna Ayakuma. Paul Alsop. Jade Anker. Thomas Dolby. Anne Flores Boylan. Matthew Green. Mohammed Javed. Robert Jones. Tony Leishman. Harry Lester. Linda Mansrow. Alexander Newlands. Emmanuel Kwabena Nkitia. Collins Chukwubuikem Ogodu. Anthony O'Neill. Kaya Jayantibai Prajapati. Thank you. Ashfaq Mohammed Rafiq. Ali Adnan Raza. Kenneth Reed. Tahir Hassan Mohammed Ali Tahir. Olufonso CK. Shanice Alex Bullock. Megan Cooper. Fasub Samuel. Thank you. Master of Science in Information Technology Security, Vamshi Krishnan Kurumeli. Anupam Padmajan. Saren Tom Vargas. Master of Science in Intelligent Maintenance Engineering, Chris Tudsbury. Master of Science in Maintenance Engineering, Nirmal Jijan. Master of Science in Mechanical Engineering, Asalam Joshua Alabo. Yadunadan Ram Tadsat Eduthill. Akash Turimaini. Master of Science in Mechatronics and Intelligent Machines, Imran Mohammed. Eric Ricardo Lupi Olisa. Master of Science in Oil and Gas Engineering, Ramakrishnu Maraboyina. Master of Science in Renewable Energy Engineering, Stephen Kordzinski. Paritran Shakria. Ajit Sharma. That's all right. Mohammed Sheroz Tariq. Master of Science in User Experience Design, Tanish John Abraham. Lucy Birtwell. Kin Chung. Nga Lam Margaret Lung. Maria Leyland. Gautam Ranish Senthil Kumar. Merlin Elizabeth Vargas. Thank you. Abhishek Kamlesh Wozniak. Bachelor in Engineering with Honours in Aerospace Engineering, Hatim Ali. Bachelor of Engineering with Honours in Aerospace Engineering, Mohammed Bashir. Anna Gamza. Haider Jahangir. Emily Lessels. Bachelor of Engineering with Honours in Aerospace Engineering with Industrial Placement, Sarah Chakravarti. Bachelor of Engineering with Honours in Aerospace Engineering with Pilot Studies, Zakaria Abdi. James Griffith. Anna Griffiths. Annabelle Howe. Shahib Humbira. Callum Lindsay. Bachelor of Engineering with Honours in Civil Engineering, Luke Charlton. Damon Hinchley. Sam Pilling. Abigail Wright. Bachelor of Engineering with Honours in Electrical and Electronic Engineering, Mohammed Al-Fudari. Rana Taimur Nasir Khan. Abdullah Ali Nima. Alua Fumandile David Olujobi. Adam Slingsby. Bachelor of Engineering with Honours in Energy Engineering, Thomas Turner. Bachelor of Engineering with Honours in Mechanical and Manufacturing Engineering, Alex Austin. Luke Carl. Kylie Miller. Bachelor of Engineering with Honours in Mechanical Engineering, Megan Bate. Chloe Coombs. Aswin Davasia. Ismail Haji. Jane John. Bachelor of Engineering with Honours in Mechanical Engineering, Well Engineering, Yazid Al-Ameri. Bachelor of Engineering with Honours in Mechanical Maintenance Engineering, Ronald Dixon. Ajmal Kadayankotil Parid. Fakar Zaman. Bachelor of Engineering with Honours in Motorsports Engineering, Callum Hambley. Naeem Hussain. Arizona Prestwich. Bachelor of Engineering with Honours in Robotics Engineering, Alexander Firth. Amarachi Munachimso Njoiku. Bachelor of Engineering with Honours in Software Engineering, Ewan Macaulay. Bachelor of Science with Honours in Aerospace Engineering, Luke Smith. Eslam Al-Farouk. Bachelor of Science with Honours in Aviation Pilot, Ibra Arshad. Carlo Bianchi. Phoebe Buckley. Mark Gunning. Bachelor of Science with Honours in Business Computing and Information Systems, Hawa Ismail Diarra. Adrian Joseph Bernard. Bachelor of Science with Honours in Computer Games Development, Daniel Dunn. Dharmesh Patel. Bachelor of Science with Honours in Computer Science, Ewaluwa Ayeni Ajimantarareje. Rahul Bandaru. Aisha Shah. Yasin Sharif. Bachelor of Science with Honours in Computing, Shelby Forsyth. Bachelor of Science with Honours in Cybersecurity, Kishore Kishore. Bachelor of Science with Honours in Cybersecurity and Networking, Chung Choi. Omar Mohammed. Bachelor of Science with Honours in Digital and Technology Solutions, Oliver Healy. Hoi K. Lee. Stephen Priddy. Glenn Richardson. Cameron Sutcliffe. Christian Turnbull. Hamza Varaji. Joshua Wright. Bachelor of Science with Honours in Fire and Leadership Studies, Evan Daharo. Adam Dean. Judah Rai. Bachelor of Science with Honours in Fire Safety Engineering, Basil Matthew. Bachelor of Science with Honours in Mathematics, Richard Bryden. Bachelor of Science with Honours in Quantity Surveying, Timothy Halford. Bachelor of Science with Honours in Software Engineering, Mohammed Awan. Felix Bauer. That's all right. Max Cowell. Adam Robinson. Andreas Rudolph. Simon Shogler. Osman Shabir. Certificate of Higher Education in Computer Science, Surakshi Jaishi. Master of Research in Management, Manisha Gurung. Rashani Gale. Diksha Rai. A Bachelor of Arts with Honours in Business Administration, Ahmed Rashid Khamis Musalam Ashamsi. Thank you. Pro Vice-Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of awards from the School of Engineering and Computing.
Pro Vice-Chancellor, the presentations are completed. Congratulations to every single one of you who have received their award. I am delighted to welcome to the stage Melanie Waite, who is going to perform for us today. Melanie is currently in her third year studying law here at the University of Lancashire. Outside of her studying, Melanie is a soul and Motown singer who has been touring the Northwest for the past 15 years, entertaining crowds at weddings, events, parties, and more. As well as being a successful solo artist, she also fronts a jazz events trio and four-piece rock band. You are in for a real treat today. Please put your hands together for our very own Melanie Waite.
Just beginning, the pen's in my hand, ending unplanned, staring at the blank page before you. Open up the dirty window, let the sun illuminate the words that you cannot find, reaching for something in the distance, so close you can almost taste it. Release your inhibitions, feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you, only you can let it in. No one else can speak the words on your lips. Drench yourself in words unspoken, live your life with arms wide open. Today is where your book begins, the rest is still unwritten. I break traditions, sometimes my tries are outside the lines. We've been conditioned to not make mistakes, but I can't live that way, no. Staring at the blank page before you, open up the dirty window, let the sun illuminate the words that you cannot find, reaching for something in the distance, so close you can almost taste it. Release your inhibitions, feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you, only you can let it in. No one else can speak the words on your lips. Drench yourself in words unspoken, live your life with arms wide open. Today is where your book begins. No one else can feel it for you, only you can let it in. No one else can speak the words on your lips. Drench yourself in words unspoken, live your life with arms wide open. Today is where your book begins, the rest is still unwritten. Staring at the blank page before you, open up the Thank you.
Thank you, Melanie. The ceremony is very nearly finished, and it's almost time for the celebrations to really get going with your families, friends, loved ones, and supporters. But we need something symbolic to kick things off. So please listen carefully to my following instructions. Firstly, all non-graduates in the room, please get your cameras ready for a really good photo opportunity. And then secondly, graduates, please will you all stand up and take off your mortarboards. You're collectively going to do something really special. So, when I count to 3, and only when I count to 3, I want you all to throw your mortarboards up into the air in a traditional celebration and in celebration of what you've achieved during your time here at university. But please don't throw them too high or too far to avoid them injuring you or someone else. But more importantly, because once you've retrieved your mortarboard, it is yours to take home and to keep, with best wishes from the university. So here we go. On a count of 3, you will throw your mortarboards up into the air and give a big cheer. And then we will all follow with a further 3 cheers. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Hip, hip. Hooray! Hip, hip. Hooray! Hip, hip. Hooray! Thank you. That looked so good. So if you now just take your seats for one last time, while I'll explain the final stage of this amazing day. So as we bring this ceremony to a close, I would like to thank everyone who has been involved in making today such a happy and memorable occasion, and for sharing this special day with our university community. Once we have sung the national anthem, the platform party will leave the stage, and graduates, you will process out of the hall past a guard of honour in the central aisle. A university usher will prompt your row when you need to stand up. And please make sure you take all your belongings with you. Guests, please may I ask that you all remain seated until the graduates and platform party have left the hall. You then will be guided through the doors at the side by the ushers to rejoin your graduate in the Student Centre for post-ceremony celebrations. We hope you've enjoyed the ceremony today. Well done to you all, and congratulations once again. For those of you who can, please now stand for the national anthem of Great Britain.